And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in to our online affiliates like iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome Jody Torres to our broadcast today. She's one of the hosts of a
Oh,
brand new show that's getting a lot of attention right now. It's called Just for Kicks on the Crackle app. We're going to remind you how you can be able to watch it here in just a bit. We want to talk to Jody not only about her amazing career in music, but also what it's been like for her to do what she loves. We're also going to be joined by Don Benjamin. You guys know him as a recording artist, a model, and also an actor as well. We're going to talk to him about his experience on the show and also let you guys know how to stay connected with all of them. Jody, hello to you. And Don, glad you could join us.
What's
hey
going
there.
on?
Well, look, congratulations to the two of you on the great response already to Just for Kicks. For those who are just finding out about it, I love the fact it's a mixture of, and Jody, you and I were just talking about this, and not only talking about shoe culture, but also just pop culture and everything that's going on in the world right now. Jody, what has it been like for you, first of all, to see the response to the broadcast?
It's been super amazing. First of all, shout out to Crackle to be able to get featured on such an amazing platform like Crackle. It's been awesome, but at the same time, to just be able to share everything that we're doing, like the great vibes that we have on the show, on set, the dope people that get to join us for these
Mhm.
interviews. I mean, it's been amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And Don, I was saying to Jody before you joined us, you won't remember this, but we interviewed you 9 years ago on the radio side
Wow.
when you had your single "Doing It Well" at the time. So it's great
Oh,
to be
yeah.
able to follow you over the years. So Don, what about for yourself? What has it been like for you to see the response to the show so far?
Man, well, it's glad to be back connected with you. The response has been great. I feel like everybody loves sneakers, everybody loves fashion. And right now, I feel like everything is kind of blending together, music, sports,
Mhm.
fashion. It's all kind of intertwined where one inspires the other in some sort of way. So, to be able to have a show, that highlights that and brings those worlds together on a bigger platform is a blessing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
such a great thing. Jody, I want to go back to you because one of the things that, of course, Don and you have in common is your own love of music. People have gotten to know you for music. And of course, you had a public presence even before then. For yourself, what has that been like for you to not only be able to host this show, but also to introduce yourself to a new audience as well?
Yeah, well, music has always been such a big part of my life, and for Don as well. And so to just be able to, in our creative world, interact all these other worlds as well, just like it's amazing. As a creative, you wouldn't have it any other way. Like you want to
Yeah.
mix music and film and fashion and like all our passions in one, and we get to do that in the show. So yeah.
And Don, for you, I think the other cool thing is in watching the episodes, you guys have such a great connection. For one thing, because again, you are able to talk about these things that are not, of course, passions of all of you, but also that are of interest to the audience. What has that been like for you to be connected with such a great group of individuals who share that same passion that you have?
It's cool because we're all friends on and off camera, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
then to get to meet and sit and talk with people that we looked up to or are fans of ourselves is really cool. So, we just try to have a fun environment, a really like organic environment, I guess, make it like we're conversating in our living room with friends.
Yeah, love that. And Don, I want to stay with you for a second because one of the things that also comes up is that you all are able to share. I mean, I think what, not only, of course, the topics that are, kind of current for right now, but also let people know what's possible for them. We talked about with Jody, of course, with it being on Crackle, being able to introduce a new platform. What has it been like for you to be able to get people talking about things, being able to maybe to be connected through the shoes they like to watch, to wear, or to, the shows they like to watch? What's that been like for you to kind of show these connections that can form that way?
It's interesting because sneakers are a great segue into all kinds of conversations. And I said something in a previous interview where I was saying it's funny how you can have two people from two different walks of life, but they could have the same pair of shoes on. And that can, create a conversation that could lead into a new business venture, a new friendship, a new whatever
Yes.
it may be, all from two people wearing the same sneakers. So it's really cool how that works.
Yeah, such a great thing. One of the things that both of you have been able to do very well, and Jody, I'll start with you on this, is being able to use your social media platforms to now, of course, to amplify what's happening with Just for Kicks, but also, of course, your own brand as well. Talk to us about the role of social media for you, Jody. It is one of the things that really has, I think, become more and more a part of our lives. How has that helped you in not only connecting with your fans, but also to be able to expand on that fan base?
For sure. Like, I mean, you knocked it out the park with that. Social media is such a huge part of life right now. Like, if you're not on social media, you kind of like missing out on a whole bunch that's going on in the world. And so, for me, it's been amazing because my people, my followers already know my love and my passion for music, but they also know me as the sneakerhead. They also know me
Mm,
as being fashion forward. They know me, in so many different aspects. So, like Don was saying, just to be able to connect all these different things. Maybe somebody that I connected with in music didn't know that I also like shoes. And I was like, oh my God, there's
yeah.
another thing that I have in common with you. And so it's just been amazing.
Yeah. I want to come back to that. I think it'll be an interesting story for our audience to hear, Jody, how you guys actually even got connected for the show. Don, I want to throw the question to you, though, first about social media, what I mentioned with Jody, and that is about the role it's played. I mentioned, it's been now almost a decade ago when I first connected with you and your music. So, what has it been like for you to see the way that social media has not only been able to keep you connected with your audience, but help you to expand on that audience?
I mean, social media is your best friend or your worst enemy. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's everything right now. And I was lucky enough to get on, social media at the beginning stages and grow a following right out the gate and be on some TV shows that help push it as well. But
Hmm.
I mean, like there's so many tools at our fingertips on social media that you can take advantage of now, right? You can market a TV show on social media, you can market music, you don't need you can't let these gatekeepers lock you in no more. You know what I mean? You can now you have the freedom to control your own destiny with social media. And so again, it can be your best friend. You can use it to your advantage, or it could be your worst enemy, and you can get sucked down a rabbit hole of negativity and doubt from all the haters and negative comments and stuff like that. So the choice is yours, but I choose to use social media to my advantage as much as I can.
Yeah, yeah, definitely for sure. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you all are listening to Conversations Live and watching Cyrus Webb Presents. We're joined today by Don Benjamin, also Jody Torres. You just saw her a moment ago. They're part of the new show Just for Kicks that's on the Crackle app. We're going to remind you how you can be able to watch it for yourself and stay connected with the two of them. Jody, I want to go back to you because I want to kind of talk about how this all began because people got to know you, of course, for what you've been able to do in your career. But how did you first find out about the concept for the show?
Right. Well, I mean, we have a mutual connection with friends, like Don said, like we are friends on and off the screen. So
Hmm.
we had the opportunity to work just actually a couple of, like, what, 2 years ago now, Don, North of the
Yep,
10,
yep, yep.
which is still streaming on BET Plus. And through that movie, we just made so many connections. We have the amazing Ryan Lamar, of course, that's producer of the show. And, just to be able to create those genuine friendships that just lead to other things and other things. And, business entrepreneurs. And at the end of it all, we just decide on what would be best. And we have a great connection within Wes, Don, myself, Young Wayne, like DJ Who Kid, all these different people
Mm,
from so many different walks of life. But
right.
somehow we made this work. And, Just for Kicks is the kind of like the glue that has all that bonded together right now. So it's been amazing. It's been really
Yeah.
amazing.
Love that. Well, I know people have been enjoying watching the way you all have interacted with each other. Don, what about for you? I mean, talk to us about this experience. Jody just sharing us of how it all began. What was it like for you now to be able to work with these individuals on this show and to see where it goes?
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I love having friends that I could also do business with and work with, you know what I mean, and bring
Right.
creative ideas together. And so, when the creator of this show, Anton Wade, brought the idea by me and Ryan Lamar and just told us like the concept and the dynamics of it, like I fell in love with it. I love sneakers. I love fashion. I'm in the fashion space, being a fashion model. And so for me, it was a no-brainer. And then to do it alongside my friends and people that I just genuinely enjoy being around every day because, when you're doing a show or a film or whatever it is, and you're going to be around people 24/7, you want to actually be able to get along with them as well. So
Right.
You know, when we could all have fun and vibe out off camera, then that energy just flows over naturally on camera.
Love that. Again, everyone, Don Benjamin and Jody Torres have been our guests. They're the co-host of Just for Kicks on the Crackle app. So make sure you guys are watching for them and staying connected. Jody, thank you again for stopping by. How can our viewers and listeners stay connected with you?
Yeah, it's been so much fun, Cyrus. I am all over social media, IG, TikTok as Jody Torres. So just look for that. Also, my music. And then, of course, we're talking about Just for Kicks. Make sure y'all tune in to Crackle. Is for free. You can download the streaming app and check out the first 3 episodes of Just for Kicks.
Love that. Thank you again, Jody. And Don, great to have you back on. How can our viewers and listeners stay connected with you?
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if y'all search Don Benjamin anywhere on the web, you will find me. It's gonna pull up Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. The music is streaming. The movies are airing. I love all the support. Just search my name and you'll find me.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. Continued blessings and success. Looking forward to our next chat together.
Thanks,
Appreciate you,
Cyrus.
man. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
And we thank you all for listening to Conversations Live and watching Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live and Cyrus Webb Presents. You all make it a great one. Take care.